Hello from Mindset Daily, wishing you a day full of health, peace, and happiness. Thank you for watching the Mindset Daily channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. Thank you so much.
Have you ever wondered why some people achieve in 6 months what others can in a lifetime? What separates those who break through from those who remain stuck? And more importantly, could it be possible for you? I'm not here to sell you a get-rich-quick scheme. I've been around long enough to know that lasting wealth doesn't come from tricks or shortcuts. True wealth is built on solid principles, disciplined action, and a way of thinking that most people never practice. My purpose today is to challenge what you believe is possible when the right mindset meets the right actions in today's extraordinary economy. Becoming a millionaire in 6 months isn't about luck or magic. It's about understanding the fundamental truths of wealth creation. Truths most people never discover. It's about spotting opportunities where others only see problems. And most of all, it's about taking bold, intelligent action while others hesitate, still wondering if it can be done. So let me ask you this. What's the real difference between someone who becomes a millionaire in half a year and someone who works 40 years yet never builds significant wealth? Is it intelligence? Sometimes, but not usually. Is it connections? Occasionally, but not always. Is it starting capital? Not necessarily, because I've seen people with almost nothing create fortunes faster than those with every advantage. The real difference lies in how they think, what they know, and what they're willing to do. And that's what we'll uncover today, the millionaire mindset. Everything begins here. Your mindset shapes what you see, what you try, and ultimately, what you achieve. Most people operate from scarcity, believing wealth is limited, success is reserved for a lucky few, and that if someone else wins, they must lose. But with that mindset, they've already lost before they've even started. The millionaire mindset works differently. It's built on abundance. The belief that we live in a world of endless opportunities and unlimited wealth. Success has no cap, no fixed number of winners. Let me tell you something profound. Your financial situation today is a mirror of your mindset about money. If you want to transform your financial future quickly and dramatically, you must first transform your mindset in the same way. The millionaire mindset begins with what you feed your mind. You must become a student of wealth. Read the biographies of self-made millionaires. Study how fortunes are created in today's economy. Immerse yourself in the principles of wealth until they become second nature. Here's something I've noticed. Poor people often read for entertainment, while the wealthy read for education and transformation. They are constantly learning, growing, and expanding their understanding of money. The average American spends over 4 hours a day watching television, yet the average millionaire reads at least 1 book a week on business, investing, or personal development. That's not coincidence, it's cause and effect. But reading alone is not enough. You must also surround yourself with the right people. As I've often said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to become a millionaire in 6 months, you cannot waste hours with negative thinkers, complainers, or those who have settled for mediocrity. Instead, find mentors who have achieved what you want. Join masterminds filled with ambitious, successful people. Network with those who push your thinking higher and broaden your sense of what's truly possible. And here's the key. You must ruthlessly eliminate the limiting beliefs holding you back. Ideas like, it takes money to make money, or I don't have the right education, or I don't know the right people. These are not facts. They are excuses. They blind you to the opportunities right in front of you. Replace them with empowering beliefs, and you'll begin to see possibilities where others see none. Your mindset is the fertile soil where financial success takes root. When it's prepared well, the right mentors, partners, and opportunities naturally appear. With that foundation, success doesn't just become possible, it becomes inevitable. Now let's talk strategy. If you're aiming for something extraordinary, like becoming a millionaire in 6 months, you need an extraordinary framework. Most people approach wealth like a casual stroll, a little saving here, a small investment there, maybe a modest side business when it's convenient. That kind of approach might build a nest egg over 40 years, but it will never create $1 million in 6 months. For that, you need what I call the 6-month acceleration framework. This isn't about simply working harder, though you will. It's about leveraging your time, knowledge, and resources with maximum efficiency. Extraordinary results demand extraordinary focus. For 6 months, you cannot scatter your attention across dozens of goals. You must channel it into high-leverage activities that move the needle toward your million. What does this mean in practice? It means identifying the one skill, the one business model, or the one investment strategy with the potential to generate exceptional returns in your specific situation and committing to master it fully. If your path is real estate, that might mean becoming the absolute best at finding distressed properties in fast-rising markets. For some, the path may be mastering high-ticket sales in an industry where they already have expertise. For entrepreneurs, it could be scaling a digital product with minimal overhead and maximum profit. The key is specificity and focus. A laser can cut through steel because all its energy is concentrated in one direction. Your focus must be just as sharp. Second, you must learn to leverage other people's time, money, and expertise. No one builds a fortune alone. Every self-made millionaire has mastered the art of leverage. They use other people's money to invest, build teams that multiply productivity, and partner with those who bring complementary skills and resources. In today's connected economy, this is more accessible than ever. You can raise capital through investors, crowdfunding, or strategic partnerships. You can build virtual teams of talented professionals across the world. You can form joint ventures with established businesses, gaining instant credibility and access to their customers. The third element of the framework is rapid execution and iteration. With only 6 months, you can't wait for perfect plans or endless preparation. You must launch quickly, gather market feedback, and adapt in real time. Imperfection is part of the process. Your first product, your first campaign, even your first investment won't be flawless. But by acting fast and improving continuously, you'll make progress in weeks that could otherwise take years. Remember, done is better than perfect. Revenue solves most business problems, and real-world feedback is more valuable than theory. The fourth element is what I call asymmetric risk management. Traditional financial advice focuses on avoiding risk, but extraordinary wealth requires intelligent risk. Look for opportunities where the downside is limited, but the upside is massive. These asymmetric bets are the secret to rapid wealth creation. While others play it safe with modest returns, these are the moves that build fortunes. Too many people stay stuck in the market, playing it safe and wondering why they never get ahead. This isn't about being reckless. It's about being strategic with your risks. You must know the difference between a gamble, where the odds are stacked against you, and a calculated risk, where the odds tilt in your favor. If you have specialized knowledge or skills, you can shift those odds dramatically. The fifth element of the framework is ruthless elimination of anything that doesn't serve your main objective. For 6 months, you must say no to almost everything else. No social events unless they connect you with valuable contacts. No entertainment that doesn't educate or inspire, and no side projects that distract from your primary focus. This discipline is not easy, but remember, you're compressing what might take 10 years into just 6 months. That kind of acceleration demands extraordinary focus and sacrifice. The final element is accountability and measurement. You need precise metrics to track your progress and accountability to ensure consistency. Set weekly and monthly targets that keep you on course toward your $1 million goal. Track your key performance indicators daily. Have an accountability partner or coach who pushes you, challenges you, and refuses to let you fall short. When you combine these 6 elements, singular focus, strategic leverage, rapid execution, asymmetric risk, ruthless elimination, and strict accountability, you create a framework that can produce extraordinary results in a compressed time. Now, let's move into the specific vehicles for rapid wealth creation. I call these wealth accelerators because they can compress decades of wealth building into mere months when applied with the right strategy and execution. The first wealth accelerator is high-ticket sales and services. One of the fastest paths to $1 million is selling high-value products or services to a select group of clients who can afford premium prices. Think about it. At $100 per sale, reaching $1 million is almost impossible, but with the right premium offer, the path becomes much shorter. At a $100 price point, you'd need 10,000 customers to make $1 million. At $10,000, you need only 100 customers. At $100,000, just 10 customers. Surprisingly, the effort required to secure 10 premium clients is often less than chasing 10,000 low-budget ones. The sales cycle may be longer, but the return on your time and energy is exponentially higher. So ask yourself, what high-value product or service could you offer? What specialized knowledge do you have that others would pay a premium for? What pressing problem can you solve for businesses or affluent individuals already spending money on solutions? The second wealth accelerator is strategic real estate investments. Even in today's market, real estate remains one of the most reliable vehicles for wealth creation. But this isn't about buying one rental property and waiting years for appreciation. It's about strategies that accelerate both cash flow and equity growth. That could mean targeting distressed properties you can buy below market value, renovate quickly, and either flip for profit or refinance to pull out your initial investment plus gains while keeping the asset cash flowing. It could also mean spotting emerging markets where properties are still affordable but poised for appreciation thanks to economic trends, new infrastructure, or shifting demographics. Or it could involve creative financing strategies, lease options, seller financing, or joint ventures with capital partners that let you control valuable properties with minimal cash up front. The third wealth accelerator is scalable digital businesses. We live in an unprecedented era where you can create a product once and sell it thousands of times with almost no extra cost. Digital courses, membership sites, and software as a service all offer extraordinary margins and scalability. Once development costs are covered, serving new customers is nearly free. Even better, these businesses can be highly automated, allowing you to grow without matching increases in time or complexity. A single online course solving a big problem for a specific market could generate millions with the right sales system. A software tool that automates a time-consuming task could command monthly fees from thousands of grateful businesses. The fourth wealth accelerator is strategic investments in high-growth sectors. Traditional advice pushes diversification and modest returns, but extraordinary wealth often comes from concentrated positions in the right industries at the right time. Opportunities often come down to timing. This could mean investing in early-stage companies with massive growth potential, especially in industries undergoing technological disruption or rapid expansion. It might mean positioning yourself in cryptocurrency projects with strong fundamentals and real-world utility before they hit mainstream adoption. Or it could involve spotting macroeconomic trends and investing in assets that benefit disproportionately, whether that's certain commodities, specific real estate markets, or entire industries. The key is combining deep research with specialized knowledge in your domain that allows you to see opportunities others miss and to act boldly when the risk-to-reward ratio is clearly in your favor. The fifth wealth accelerator is what I call audience monetization. In today's connected world, an engaged audience is one of the most valuable assets you can build. This might mean developing a strong social media following, building a targeted email list, launching a popular YouTube channel or podcast, or establishing yourself as a trusted thought leader in a profitable niche. Once you have an audience, the monetization options are endless. Selling your own products and services, promoting others' offerings as an affiliate, securing sponsorships and advertising, licensing your content, or even raising investment capital from your followers. The remarkable thing is that the audience itself becomes an appreciating asset. As your influence grows, so does your earning potential, often at an exponential rate. The sixth wealth accelerator is strategic acquisitions and flips. This isn't limited to real estate. It applies to businesses, websites, intellectual property, and other assets. The strategy is simple. Identify undervalued assets, acquire them, make rapid improvements, and either sell for a substantial profit or keep for long-term cash flow. In business, this could mean buying struggling companies with strong fundamentals at a discount, then applying modern marketing and operational improvements to resell them for several times the purchase price. In the digital space, it might mean acquiring established websites with traffic but weak monetization, optimizing their revenue streams, and flipping them for multiples of their annual profits. The key is developing expertise in valuation, negotiation, and rapid improvement of specific asset types. Once you gain a reputation for turning around certain kinds of businesses or properties, opportunities will often find you through referrals in your professional network. All six wealth accelerators share important traits. They offer leverage, scalability, and the potential for exponential, not linear, returns. With the right strategy and disciplined execution, Any one of them could generate $1 million in just 6 months. The real question isn't whether these vehicles work. They clearly do, proven by thousands of self-made millionaires. The question is, will you choose to apply them? To achieve extraordinary results, you must dedicate yourself to mastering one of these accelerators with complete commitment. That's where daily discipline comes in, because ideas are common, execution is rare. Knowing what to do is only the beginning. Consistently doing it well, and doing it with persistence is what separates those who succeed from those who only intend to. The first daily discipline is extreme ownership. You must take full responsibility for your results. No blaming market conditions, lack of opportunity, or other people. No excuses, no justifications, no rationalizations. If you're not where you want to be financially, it's because of the decisions you've made or failed to make. That may sound harsh, but it's empowering. Why? Because if your current situation is the product of your choices, then your future can change with new choices. The moment you accept that your financial destiny rests in your own hands, not your boss's, not the government's, not the economy's, everything shifts. You move from victim to victor, from passenger to pilot. The second daily discipline is time mastery. The hard truth is most people waste the majority of their time on low-value activities that will never create wealth. Checking email every hour, scrolling endlessly through social media, binge-watching Netflix, gossiping at the office, or sitting in unproductive meetings. These fill your days but drain your bank account. Rapid wealth creators are ruthless with their time. They know time is the one resource you can never get back once it's gone. They regularly audit their schedules, eliminating, delegating, or streamlining anything that doesn't directly serve their wealth-building goals. They practice time blocking, scheduling their most important tasks first, and protecting that time as sacred. They batch similar activities to minimize wasted energy from constant switching. Rapid wealth creators eliminate distractions during deep work sessions, often working in focused 90-minute blocks followed by short recovery periods. The third daily discipline is immersive learning. They are obsessive learners, but their focus is highly targeted. They don't consume random information. They hunt for specific knowledge that gives them an edge in their chosen wealth path. If they're building an e-commerce business, they master supply chain optimization, conversion rate improvement, and customer retention. If they're investing in commercial real estate, they dive into cap rates, financing strategies, and market trend analysis. This learning isn't casual or passive, it's immersive and applied. They read the book, take the course, attend the seminar, hire the coach, and then immediately apply what they've learned where theory meets reality. The fourth daily discipline is strategic relationship building. No one creates substantial wealth in isolation. Rapid wealth creators know their network is their net worth, so they invest in it daily. They reach out to mentors, partners, clients, and investors. They provide value first, always looking for ways to help others before asking for anything in return. They understand that one key relationship can save years of effort by opening doors to insights, introductions, or opportunities. That's why they prioritize the right events, groups, and connections with people who can accelerate their journey. The fifth daily discipline is focusing on high-leverage activities. Not all actions are created equal. Some create exponential returns, while others simply keep you busy. Rapid wealth creators ruthlessly prioritize the tasks that generate the greatest results relative to the time and energy invested. They constantly ask, is this the highest and best use of my time for achieving my wealth goal? Making calls to prospects? High leverage. Redesigning your logo for the third time? Low leverage. Negotiating a potential acquisition? High leverage. Organizing your inbox? Low leverage. Rapid wealth creators know that being busy isn't the same as being productive. They would rather complete 3 high-leverage tasks in a day than 20 low-value ones. The sixth daily discipline is relentless execution. Ideas are worthless without implementation, and plans mean nothing without action. Rapid wealth creators execute consistently, even when they don't feel like it, even when they're uncertain, even when obstacles appear. They know that motion creates clarity. Action brings feedback. Feedback leads to insights. Insights guide adjustments, and adjustments improve results. While most people wait for perfect conditions, they are launching, testing, measuring, and refining. Imperfect action always beats perfect inaction. The seventh daily discipline is strategic recovery. At first, it may sound counterintuitive in a conversation about rapid wealth creation, but it's essential. You cannot maintain peak performance without recovery. Rapid wealth creators protect their greatest assets, their mind and body. They prioritize quality sleep, proper nutrition, exercise, and stress management. They also schedule periods of complete disconnection to recharge creativity and maintain perspective. This isn't indulgence, it's performance strategy. Just as elite athletes use recovery to reach peak performance, rapid wealth creators build recovery into their routines to sustain the energy and focus needed for extraordinary achievement. When you integrate these 7 disciplines, extreme ownership, time mastery, immersive learning, strategic relationships, high leverage focus, relentless execution, and strategic recovery, you set the conditions for extraordinary success. Practice daily for 6 months. These disciplines can transform your financial path. The key word is practiced. Knowledge without application is just entertainment. These habits must become your daily operating system, not ideas you merely understand. Let's be real. The road to creating $1 million in 6 months won't be smooth. You'll face setbacks and challenges that test your resolve and make you wonder, is this really possible? The difference between those who achieve extraordinary results and those who don't isn't the absence of obstacles. It's how they respond to them. The first and most common obstacle is the belief backlash. Set an audacious goal, like becoming a millionaire in 6 months, and part of your mind will start listing reasons it's impossible or impractical. That's normal. Your subconscious is trying to protect you from disappointment. Recognize these thoughts for what they are, fear disguised as practicality. Then replace them with empowering questions. How can I make this possible? Who has already done something similar? And what can I learn? What would have to be true for this to work? The second obstacle is the complexity trap. As you move toward your goal, unseen details appear, and trying to solve everything at once quickly becomes overwhelming. The solution is radical. The solution to complexity is simplification and sequencing. Break your $1 million goal into clear phases. Identify the critical path, the exact sequence of steps that must happen in order. Then focus only on the next step, ignoring everything else until it's done. Complexity is the enemy of execution. Simplify, focus, complete, and then move forward. The third obstacle is the cash flow gap. In many wealth-building strategies, there's a period when expenses exceed income as you invest in growth. This gap can create enormous pressure and cause many aspiring millionaires to quit too soon. Anticipate it and plan ahead. Build a cash reserve before you start. Identify alternative income sources to sustain you during the building phase. Structure your projects to generate early cash flow, even if it's not at full scale yet. The fourth obstacle is the expectation disconnect. We live in an age of instant gratification where people expect immediate results. But wealth creation, even when compressed into 6 months, rarely moves in a straight line. It often follows an exponential curve, slow progress at first, then rapid acceleration once key thresholds are crossed. The challenge is keeping faith during the flat early stage, when results don't yet reflect your effort. The solution? Celebrate process victories, not just outcomes. Did you make all your sales calls today? That's a win, even if none closed. Did you stick to your content schedule this week? That's progress, even if the audience hasn't exploded yet. By honoring these small wins, you maintain motivation during the critical foundation-building phase. The fifth obstacle is the negative influence factor. When you set an extraordinary goal, you will face skepticism, criticism, and even discouragement from those around you. Sometimes it comes from genuine concern. Friends and family don't want to see you fail. Other times it stems from their own limiting beliefs. Your ambition reminds them of what they've settled for. Either way, you must protect your mindset. This doesn't always mean cutting people off, but it does mean being selective about who you share your goals and progress with. Be mindful about whose advice you take seriously and how much time you spend with those who drain your ambition rather than fuel it. Surround yourself with allies who believe in your vision, or at least respect your right to pursue it without constant negativity. The sixth obstacle is what I call focus fragmentation. As success begins to show, you'll be tempted by new opportunities, ideas, and directions. This shiny object syndrome can scatter your energy and keep you from achieving the concentrated effort extraordinary results demand. The solution is clear criteria. Any new opportunity must align strongly with your primary goal, leverage your existing assets, and offer a significant return on your time and resources. Be ruthless in saying no to good opportunities so you can say yes to the great ones. Remember, the goal isn't to do many things adequately, but to do one thing exceptionally well. The final, and perhaps most dangerous, obstacle is the success plateau. After achieving some success, it's natural to become comfortable, ease up on intensity, and start playing not to lose instead of playing to win. But this mindset is fatal to extraordinary achievement. Reaching $1 million in 6 months requires sustained intensity and continuous improvement the entire way. Combat this by raising your standards as soon as you hit a target. Set a more ambitious goal, push for higher performance, and constantly look for ways to improve. Improving efficiency or expanding impact is essential because these 7 obstacles, the belief backlash, the complexity trap, the cash flow gap, the expectation disconnect, the negative influence factor, the focus fragmentation, and the success plateau, will test your commitment to $1 million goal. But here's the good news. They are predictable. And because they are predictable, they are preventable, or at least manageable, if you anticipate and prepare for them. The path to extraordinary wealth is never easy or straight. Yet the very resistance you face often builds the strength, resourcefulness, and character required for lasting success. Before we go further, let's address an important issue, the ethical dimension of rapid wealth creation. The aim isn't just to become wealthy. It's to do so in a way that aligns with your values and contributes positively to the world. First, rapid wealth must be based on value creation, not value extraction. The most sustainable and fulfilling path is solving real problems for real people, creating products and services that improve lives, increase efficiency, or bring joy and meaning. When your fortune is built on genuine value, you don't have to fear regulation, market shifts, or technological disruption. You are aligned with the principle that wealth follows value. Second, integrity must be non-negotiable. In the rush for rapid results, temptations will appear, cutting corners, exaggerating claims, withholding information, exploiting loopholes, or chasing short-term gains at the cost of long-term trust. Resist them. Not only is it the right choice, but integrity itself is a powerful business asset. It attracts the best partners, employees, and customers. It reduces friction and builds the trust needed for rapid scaling. Third, consider the broader impact of your wealth-building activities. Are you creating opportunities for others along the way? Ask yourself, are you building systems and structures that continue to create value long after you've reached your own financial goals? Are you contributing to solutions for real challenges facing your community or even the world? These aren't just philosophical questions. They're practical. Businesses and investments that address meaningful problems in sustainable ways often deliver the strongest long-term growth and resilience. Fourth, plan from the very beginning how your wealth will serve purposes beyond personal comfort and security. The most fulfilled wealthy individuals see their resources as a tool for positive change, whether through philanthropy, impact investing, job creation, or other avenues aligned with their values. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy your success, but it does mean recognizing that extraordinary wealth brings extraordinary opportunities to make a difference. Planning this dimension early gives your wealth-building journey deeper purpose and direction. Remember, money only magnifies who you already are. If you're generous with little, you'll be generous with much. If you're ethical in small matters, you'll be ethical in great ones. The character you develop along the path is as important as the wealth itself. Now it's time to bring everything together. We've covered the mindset, the framework, the wealth accelerators, the daily disciplines, and how to overcome the inevitable obstacles. Next comes the concrete implementation plan for your next 180 days, starting with month 1, foundation. The first 30 days are about building the foundation for everything that follows. This isn't the time for massive action, but for strategic preparation that will make all future steps exponentially more effective. Weeks 1 to 2, deep market research and opportunity identification. Conduct thorough research within your chosen wealth accelerator. Identify 3 to 5 specific opportunities with true $1 million potential. Study competitors, analyze market gaps, and create selection criteria to help you choose your primary focus. Weeks 3 to 4. Strategic planning and resource organization. Select your primary opportunity based on your findings. Develop a detailed 6-month plan with clear monthly milestones. Identify the key resources you'll need, skills, relationships, capital, tools, and begin assembling them. At the same time, build your system for tracking progress and measuring results. Throughout this first month, you'll also immerse yourself in mindset work. Daily reading, affirmations, visualization, and building relationships with like-minded people will be ongoing practices that continue through the entire 6 months. Month 2, rapid skill acquisition and initial implementation. By the second month, you should have clarity on your primary wealth-building vehicle and the specific opportunity you'll pursue. Now it's time to rapidly develop the core competencies required and begin putting your plan into action. Weeks 5 to 6. Skill development and knowledge acquisition. Identify the 3 to 5 most critical skills for your chosen opportunity. Invest heavily in mastering them through courses, mentors, and consistent practice. Begin building relationships with 3. Connect with 3 to 5 individuals who already excel in your chosen area and learn directly from them. Begin creating personal standard operating procedures for your key activities so you can work with clarity and consistency. Weeks 7 to 8. Minimum viable product, service, or investment. Develop the simplest version of your offering that can deliver real value. Test it with a small segment of your target market, gather feedback, and make rapid improvements. Secure your first sales or investments, no matter how small. Start building testimonials and case studies. During this stage, you'll likely face the belief backlash in full force, the gap between your vision and your current reality. This is the time to double down on mindset work and surround yourself with supportive influences. Month 3, optimization and scale preparation. By the third month, you should have a working model generating some results. Now the focus shifts to refining and preparing for growth. Weeks 9 to 10, data-driven optimization. Analyze the results from your initial launch. Identify what's working best and eliminate or fix what's underperforming. Run 3 to 5 targeted tests to improve performance. Refine your messaging, offers, or investment criteria based on the data. Weeks 11 to 12, systems development for scale. Document all your key processes. Identify bottlenecks that could limit 10x growth and create solutions through automation, delegation, or elimination. Prepare training materials to onboard new team members efficiently. Begin building relationships with potential scaling partners. This month, you may encounter the cash flow gap as you invest in optimization and infrastructure before revenue catches up. This is when your reserves and alternative income sources are critical to sustaining momentum. Month 4, accelerated growth phase. By the 4th month, you should have a proven, optimized model ready for aggressive scaling. Now it's time to pour fuel on the fire. Weeks 13 to 14, team expansion and capacity building. Bring on essential team members or service providers. Implement your scaling. In this stage, you'll expand your systems to significantly increase production and marketing capacity. Build lead generation processes that can deliver 10 times your current volume and form strategic partnerships to accelerate growth. Weeks 15 to 16, market expansion and offer enhancement. Begin expanding into adjacent markets or new customer segments. Develop premium offerings with higher profit margins and implement upsell and cross-sell systems. Leverage your early success for media exposure and credibility, and explore multiple traffic and acquisition channels. During this period, you'll likely face focus fragmentation as new opportunities emerge. Stay disciplined. Keep your attention locked on your primary path to $1 million and defer distractions until after you've reached your 6-month goal. Month 5, leverage and exponential growth. By the 5th month, you should see significant results. Now is the time to maximize leverage for exponential, not just linear, growth. Weeks 17 to 18, strategic leverage implementation. Secure investments or partnerships that can multiply your resources. Launch affiliate or referral programs to expand reach. Build systems for reinvesting profits to compound growth. Create automated marketing and sales funnels, and establish a content or media platform to increase audience leverage. Weeks 19 to 20, Conversion and monetization optimization. Review your entire funnel for conversion improvements. Test pricing strategies to boost both volume and margins. Implement retention systems to encourage repeat business. Develop multiple monetization channels for the same assets. Create premium mastermind programs or high-ticket offers. During this month, beware of the success plateau. When comfort sets in, raise your standards and set bigger goals to keep pushing forward. Month 6. Integration and sustainability. By the final month, you should be on a clear trajectory toward your $1 million goal, if you haven't already achieved it. Now it's time to make your wealth sustainable. Weeks 21 to 22. Systems integration and automation. Integrate all components of your business or investment system. Automate as many processes as possible. Build contingency plans for potential market shifts, and establish a strategic decision-making framework for your team. As you reach this stage, remember, sustained wealth requires structure, discipline, and vision. Wishing you health, happiness, and continued success. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Mindset Daily.